Test, test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, test, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Derby Depot for tonight's Loud and Proud bout. I'm going to read a land acknowledgement real quick here. As most of us are settlers, immigrants, or descendants of those forcefully brought to this land, it is our collective moral responsibility to pay respects and recognize that this land that the Derby Depot occupies is the traditional territory of Goshute and Eastern Shoshone peoples. And we are here because this land continues to be occupied. We strive to honor their ancestors and those still alive of this land, and to be accountable not only by acknowledging this history, but by committing ourselves to dismantling colonialism and by cultivating respect and gratitude in our relationships with the land and with our Indigenous neighbors. We invite you to join us in taking a moment to consider the many legacies of violence, displacement, migration, and settlement that bring us together here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Thank you, everyone.
All right, we're going to get right to the Derby action after gear check.
Is it maxed out?
Now it is.
What?
All right, we're going to start with 92. That is Katzenjammer for the white team. Up against 223, that is Valkyrie. One jammer goes in, one jammer goes out. It's Valkyrie who's out first with the jammer status earned. Katzenjammer's a lap behind, with Valkyrie trying to get through to get a scoring pass. Valkyrie gets through, scores 4 points, and calls it off. All right, for the black team, it looks like we're going to have 410. That is Altered Ego, lined up with 36, Carl of Cthulhu. The whistle blows, Carl goes in, Altered Ego goes out. Carl's facing a wall of Storm and Glow. Carl eventually breaks that wall and gets through. That's lead jammer status. Altered Ego isn't too far behind. Carl calls it off, hoping that Altered Ego won't score any points. Looks like neither of them scored any points. Okay, we have 46. That is Huck lined up with 80. That is Infinite Loop. They both head for the middle, and it's Huck who's through first. Infinite Loop's not too far behind. Huck gets through and calls it off. We're going to have 92, once again, Cats and Jammer, lined up with 506, Knoxford, comma. Both of them are off. Knoxford, comma, takes a big fall. The Black Walls doing their best to stop Cats and Jammer from getting through. Cats and Jammer gets through, though. And Knoxford, comma's through. Cats and Jammer breezes through that black wall and calls it off right before Knoxford, comma, can score any points. That is 410 out there for the black team. Once again, Altered Ego against Carl of Cthulhu. So both jammers are went into the middle. Altered Ego is out first. Carl's out not too far behind. Altered Ego's around, scoring 4 points. Carl's looking for a hole and finds a hole. Looks like the black team is going to break up that wall, call it off, and get another 3 points. Looks like it's Huck up against Infinite Loop. Both jammers are fighting and are. Well, Infinite Loop is recycled. Huck is through. Huck gets through again, scoring another 4 points. Looks like there was a star pass in there to 223. That is Valkyrie. Huck gets through and calls it off. Is a 12-point jam for Huck. It's Orange Crush up against 92. That is Katzenjammer. Katzenjammer is through. Orange Crush is looking for a hole. Looks like there was a star pass to Eve Seiko. Katzenjammer's through. I think that's 4 points. Yeah. Eve's through, making their initial pass. And Katzenjammer calls it off right before Eve hits the back. All right, it is a team timeout for the black team. While they're taking this timeout, let me introduce your raffle items for tonight. There's a raffle and some vendor tables. The raffle items include a Lay's Hummus and Pretzels chip pack with a $25 gift card. There's a drink accessories basket and an instant pot air fryer. I believe they are selling tickets for $30 by the arm length. And the ticket is $1 if you just want one ticket. Looks like the team timeout is over, and they're gonna start it back up. All right, the timeout is over. That is Valkyrie. Yes, Valkyrie up against Carl of Cthulhu. Looks like Valkyrie's out first. Carl's stuck behind a black wall. Makes it through, making his initial pass. Valkyrie's through. That's 4 points for the black team. All right, Valkyrie is through again. It looks like Carl has been sent to the penalty box. Valkyrie tells the blockers, go in, hit him hard, let's score some points. Valkyrie's through, another 4 points. This is a 16-point jam for Valkyrie. Valkyrie's around again. Oh no, it looks like Valkyrie got a penalty. The black wall's doing their best to hold off Carl, but just in time the jam ends. So it's going to be the white team, that is the Hot Wheelers, with a power start. Yes. Maybe? Yes. Looks like both teams have a block in the box. Huck is through just like that. Huck's through again. Now there's a bit of fighting between the walls. Huck makes a tiny little apex jump. But no, it's a cut track, which means it's a power jam for Valkyrie. All right, Valkyrie's through. That's making their initial pass. Now, because both jammers, well, because Huck made it through and got lead. Lead means you can call off the jam. And then got a penalty. This will be a full 2-minute long jam. Huck's through, 4 points. Both teams have very few blockers out there. They're doing their best to stop those jammers, but those jammers are just powering through. Valkyrie and Huck are little jammer on jammer. Looks like Huck was hit out by Valkyrie. Valkyrie does a little dance before he comes in and hits those jammers. And jam time runs out. Now, all of this would not be possible without our volunteers, which means our refs, our medics, our vendors, and our non-skating officials. So, it looks like it's an infinite loop up against Cats and Jammer. Cats and Jammer's through. Loop's not too far behind. Cats and Jammer jukes around that black wall. Infinite Loop's trying to find that hole. Infinite Loop finds that hole. Looks like Eve Seiko and Nox Rakama had some good hits on Cats and Jammer, but Cats and Jammer just powers through and calls it off, hoping to keep their lead. Anyways, here are the names of all the officials, medics, and vendors tonight. There's Albert, Marky Ram, Backslash, Jammy Dodger, Toe Cutter, Flyboy, Gypsy, Rage, Vonnie, Moose, Mr. Eve, Adam, Fright Train, Kells, Punky Bruiser, Skelly Taurus, Big C, Holly, Pearl, Slamity Horror, Pearl's Kiddo, New, and I am your announcer, Bad Cop. All right, it looks like we have, that is Altered Ego out there. Altered Ego is going to try and score some points and catch up on that 20-point lead. Looks like the white team jammer is in the box. That is Carl of Cthulhu. Altered Ego is slowly fighting through that wall. Looks like 999, that is Glow. It's going to go and help. Carlos back in the track. Altered Ego scores 4 more points. Carl makes it through, making his initial pass. And Altered Ego calls it off, not giving Carl a chance to score any points. This is Huck up against Valkyrie. Huck's out just seconds before Valkyrie is. Valkyrie's skating fast, trying to catch up with Huck. The pack's moving. The black wall's trying to keep. And Huck calls it off. Looks like there were some points in there. Looks like this was a 4-3 jam for the black team. The black team is our Black Diamond Divas. White team are the Hot Wheelers. There's a 7-point difference right now. So let's take a look at the jammers on the line. That is Cats and Jammer lined up with Infinite Loop. Cats and Jammer folds themselves into the middle of the wall, the black wall. While Infinite Loop's trying to find that hole. Cats and Jammer is through, scores 4 points. All right, Cats and Jammer gets through and follows it off. That was an 8-0 jam, so the point difference is 15 now, I believe. We have the next lineup there. It looks like we're going to have Carl of Cthulhu, number 36, up against Altered Ego, 410. Carl of Cthulhu looks there, but gets a penalty, looks like. Altered Ego gets around and is lead, hoping to rack up those points. Altered Ego is just breezing through those jammers. Those blockers, sorry. A little turnaround. Altered Ego gets around once more, 4 more points. Carl of Cthulhu gets through, making his initial pass. So the next pass he makes, he will be able to score points. Altered Ego calls it before Carl can score any points. So it looks like it is 74 to 69. That's a 5-point difference. But we have Huck here on the line. That is number 46 for the Hot Wheelers. Number 223 is out there for the Black Diamond Divas. That is Valkyrie. Valkyrie is slamming into that wall of off the rails Bip and Leia Hertonia. Huck is through not too much later. Looks like Valkyrie is looking to get through. And Valkyrie calls it off, hoping Huck isn't able to score any points. And it looks like Valkyrie was able to score 1 point. Point difference is now 4 points, 74 to 70. We have 92 up against 80, Infinite Loop. Cats and Jim are up against Infinite Loop. They're both looking for holes. Off the rails is 2-2 off the rails. Is looking for, is blocking, giving some nice blocks to Infinite Loop. Infinite Loop sees the chance and takes that chance to get through. Cats and Jammers through once more. Looks like they have scored 4 points already. A little bit of jammer on jammer contact. Maybe. Cats and Jammer gets hit out by 999 Glow and calls it off. All right, this is an official timeout. The officials do need a break too. They're on their skates as well, except they don't get breaks. They just needed a sec to sort everything out. It's Altered Eagle up against Carl of Cthulhu. Carl gets through just like that. Altered Eagle is searching for a hole in that wall of that looks like 2-2 off the rails and for Phoenix. Altered Ego has found that hole and is now making their initial pass. Carl finds a hole and gets through. Altered Ego is just pushing. Carl calls it off before Altered Ego can get through and score any points. All right, it looks like it's gonna be. Looks like the black team didn't put a jammer out on the track. So they're gonna throw a jammer out on that track, and Huck is fighting Eve Seiko and Oxford Tama. Well, 626, that is a new face to the jamming world. Witch Slapped is fighting, I believe that's Garden and Phoenix. Everyone's in the box right now. It's gonna be like a 2-second power jam for Witch Slaps. All of the blockers and jammers are getting out at the same time. It's Huck who makes it through. They have to make an initial pass. Witch Slap struggling to get up. Looks like some blockers have hit to the box. Huck is fighting a black wall. Black wall's doing their best to stop Huck from getting through. It doesn't look like that's worked out. Witch Slaps has gotten through. Yes? No? Witch Slap is fighting that white wall. Huck gets through, scores 4 points. Huck gets through, 4 more points. And jam time runs out after a full 2-minute jam. Being in a full 2-minute jam as a jammer can be a struggle. Those jammers look pretty tired. But we're gonna put some new players on the track and get right back to playing. And it looks like the black team is going to call an official review. Or is it an official? I think it's an official review. Might be an official timeout. But anyways, let's talk about our nonprofit partner, Gender Bands. The mission is, they're right over there. Gender Band's mission is simple: to help transgender people pay for their transition-related costs. Gender Bands is excited to be putting on our 4th annual Utah Transgender Pride Festival. Utah Trans Pride is a unique event put on by Gender Bands. This festival celebrates, centers, and brings visibility to the amazingly diverse transgender community. It will be held on August 12th from 12 to 6 p.m. in Memorial Park on Center Street in Provo. For more information about the festival and pre-post of festival events, check out the Gender Bands booth. And also talking about upcoming events, there is a Uinta Madness doubleheader, including a game against Idaho Wildfire on August 5th. Then there is a Happy Valley Back to School Bash at the Carl Malone Training Center, also on August 12th. These are 2 of the upcoming bouts. And then there is another table out there. Under the Umbrella Bookstore, they are a queer little bookstore on Go Shoot, Shoshone, and Paiute Land, Salt Lake City, Utah, sharing and celebrating queer books written by queer authors and offering a safe, sober, and accessible space for 2S LGBTQIA+ people together. We've got about 3 minutes left in this half. It is 98 to 78. The Hot Wheelers. There is a 20-point difference. All right, looks it was an official timeout. So it's Katzenjammer up against Valkyrie. Katzenjammer's through first. Valkyrie has gotten a penalty. Katzenjammer's through. 4 points for the Hot Wheelers. Yes. Katzenjammer's through again. Another 4 points for the Hot Wheelers. The black team's all nice and walled up, waiting for Katzenjammer to slam in. That's a wall of Knoxford Comic Glow, Witch Slapped, and Eve Seiko. Valkyrie's through. And Katzenjammer, just like that, calls it off. All right, we have Infinite Loop up against Carl of Cthulhu. Looks like there might be enough time to fit 1-2 jams in. Both walls are at their full strength. No blockers or jammers are in the box. Carl finds a hole first. Infinite Loop takes a fall. Not too far behind Carl of Cthulhu. Carl. The pack is running from the jammers. Both jammers are fighting. Infinite Loop's really looking for that hole. Carl has already found it. Off the rails is juked out by Loop. Carl gets through, calls it off, hoping that Infinite Loop won't be able to score any more points. Looks like one of the refs, Toe Cutter, was taking a little break in the box. All right. Huck's through, but Valkyrie's right there. They're both fighting. They're neck and neck out there. They both slam into walls. And Valkyrie gets a penalty. Huck is through. Looks like we're running on jam time now. So all the time in the half is out. So once this jam is over, we will go to intermission. And then the second half of the game. Huck gets through again. That is 8 points? Yes, 8 points. Looks like Valkyrie's gotten out and is looking. And Huck casually calls it off. We are now at intermission. It is 1:30. Hot Wheelers to 86. The Black Diamond Divas. All right. We will see you in 14 minutes and 30 seconds. Looks like we're gonna get back to the derby action. We'll be announcing the raffle tickets later than this half. So if you have not gotten some raffle tickets yet, go over to that booth and get some. All right, we have Valkyrie up against Huck. Looks like Huck has been stuck in the black wall. Valkyrie's out first. Huck is not too far behind. And looks like that jam was called off. Yes? No? Maybe so? Looks like we have a new jammer out on the track for the white team. That is Garden. Garden is lined up with Infinite Loop. Infinite Loop is almost through, gets hit out of bounds. Garden's just trying to find a hole in that wall, and they find it. Infinite Loop has one blocker left to get through. Infinite Loop is through, making their initial pass. Looks like Garden's fighting that black wall, looking for a hole. It looks like they've been engulfed, while Infinite Loop has made it through and scored 4 points. And Garden calls it off before Infinite Loop can score any points. So earlier I said that this wouldn't be possible without all the volunteers. I'd like to give out a huge shout out to Punky Bruiser, who is penalty line tracking, who's basically keeping track of all the penalties that are happening. Usually there are 2 people doing this, but she is doing it for both teams at the same time. Anyways, back to the action. It looks like it's Katzenjammer up against Altered Ego. Katzenjammer's through. Altered Ego is recycled by Bib. Altered Ego's through. Katzenjammer gets through. Looks like Katzenjammer was able to get 4 points. All right, the whistle blows. It's Huck and Valkyrie out there. And it's Valkyrie who's through first. Valkyrie's speeding through there. Valkyrie's recycled. Yes. I think so. And gets through and scores 4 points. Huck has been yet to make their scratch that. They have made their initial pass and have scored 4 points. Valkyrie gets through and calls it off. It's a 8-4 jam for the black team, so it's 141 to 101. We have Carl of Cthulhu lined up for the white team with 77 Storm. That's a new face to jamming tonight. Carl heads to the box, I believe, for a back block, which means that Storm has a power jam. All right. Storm gets through. That's lead jammer status earned for them. Carl is Carl's released, so can score some points now. Still has to make his initial pass. And it looks like Storm has gotten a penalty, so it's a power jam for Carl of Cthulhu. So this will be a full 2-minute jam because both jammers have been to the penalty box, so they can't call it off. Looks like Storm has made their way back into the pack. And jam time runs out just as they get in. And looks like Carl was able to score 4 points for the Hot Wheelers. Looks like up on the line we have Altered Ego with Garden. Garden's trying some juking techniques on that black wall. We have Eve Seiko in the middle of the pack. Looks like Altered Ego was recycled. Altered Ego is through. Garden's still fighting for that initial pass, but it has gotten through. Altered Ego's looking for a hole and just calls it off. We have a official timeout or a team timeout? Oh, it's a white team timeout? All right. Let's talk about our sponsors. We have Beehive Skate Shop. They are our inline, they are Salt Lake's inline, derby, and quad skate shop. Follow them at Beehive Skate Shop for updates on inventory and skating events in Salt Lake Valley. And then we have the Pie Pizzeria, a Valley landmark since 1980. that continues to reign atop the best pizza list because of the business philosophy that consistency, quality, equitable pricing, and a great service are the keys to success. All right, looks like this timeout has come to an end. We have Valkyrie lined up with Hook. Valkyrie gets through. Valkyrie is through, and Apex jump going back and calls it off. And they both have scored 0 points. All right, we have Valkyrie again lined up with Cats and Jammer. Valkyrie has unfolded themselves into the wall, but Cat's out first. Cat. They're both through. Cat's through, scores some points, and calls it off. All right, we're going to have 80 Infinite Loop lined up for the Black Diamond Divas with Carl of Cthulhu lined up for the Hot Wheelers. They're both fighting those walls, looking for holes, finding holes. Infinite Loop found those holes first. Gets through, gets lead jammer. Carl's not too far behind. About a quarter, eighth of the track. Behind. Infinite Loop picks up speed and uses Orange Crush. And it looks like Infinite Loop has picked up a penalty. Which means that Carl has a power jam and gets to play for a full 2 minutes as a jammer. Which is absolutely exhausting. Carl scores 4 points for the white team. Carl's just trying to find a hole. Infinite Loop is through. 4 points. Carl of Cthulhu fending off a black wall. And it looks like Infinite Loop has been sent to the box once again. And jam time has run out, which means that the white team will get a power start, which means that they get a little bit of an advantage. We have 17 minutes left in this derby game. It is 158 Hot Wheelers to 106 the Black Diamond Divas. We have Huck lined up with our power start. The white pack is, the white wall is helping to Defend. Break apart that black wall for Hook. Hook says, go now, help me out. And Huck is recycled by 106. That is Annie Chokely. Sorry. Infinite loops through. Scores 4 points. Calls it off. All right. That's 3 points for the white team, and 4 for the black. All right, a new face to the jams tonight. Bip 314 for the Hot Wheelers. And it looks like there's a timeout black. Don't forget to go take a look at the gender bands. Don't forget they're putting on their 4th annual Utah Transgender Pride Festival. August 12th from 12 to 6 p.m. So it is a black timeout. It looks like the white team is taking advantage of this. All right, this timeout has come to an end. We have about 15 minutes, left. With 314 Bit, new to the jamming line tonight, against Altered Ego. They're both fighting. Bips through. Bip looks a little tired out there. Altered Ego's still fighting that white wall, finding a hole. Oxford Comet trying to stop Bip from going anywhere. Didn't quite work out. Looks like there was a star pass to Eve Seiko. And Bip calls it off, making a dramatic move of it. So this is the last chance to buy your raffle tickets. The drawing will be in 5 minutes. Don't forget to buy your raffle tickets. There are some awesome prizes out there, including hummus and pretzels with a $25 gift card. A drink accessories basket, and an Instant Pop air fryer. But let's get back to the Derby action for a second. Valkyrie up against, I believe that's Garden out there? Yes. There is a gigantic space between the walls, of which Valkyrie takes advantage. And scores 4 points. They've been doing very good tonight. Valkyrie on their toe stops gets a cut track. It looks like Garden was in the box. I was not paying attention to that. I was too busy watching Valkyrie spin around. Garden is telling their people, go, 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 help me out here. Pack's moving pretty fast. Valkyrie is back. Pretty quick penalty, but that is because Valkyrie only sat for the amount of time that Garden sat for, because Garden didn't sit for a 30-second penalty, so Valkyrie only had to sit for the same amount of time that Garden did. Looks like this will be a full 2-minute jam, which isn't too long. Once again, I'm going to tell you, buy your raffle tickets now. It's your very last chance. The drawing is in 3 minutes, yes. Looks like Garden's trying to find a hole. And this was a 10-1 jam for the Black Diamond Divas. Once more, buy your raffle tickets. Win some cool prizes. Because the drawing will be in 2 minutes. It is Altered Ego up against Huck. Huck's out first. Not too much of a surprise. Altered Ego is still in there fighting. And it looks like there was a star pass to Eve Seiko. And Huck was sent to the box, so there will be a 30-minute power jam for Eve Seiko. This could give them a chance to score some points. But it looks like Eve Seiko has been sent to the box. Which means that Huck will be released, and Eve Seiko will have to sit for about 30 seconds. Huck gets through. That is 4 points. For the Hot Wheelers. All right, that brings us to the end of the jam. The raffle drawing, the raffle tickets will be drawn in just a moment. But let's see who's up on the track. We have 23 Orange Crush. I believe that is their first time jamming for the night, maybe their second. Up against Carl of Cthulhu. Carl's up against Valkyrie right now. Valkyrie's doing their best. And it looks like Carl has gotten a cut track, which means it's a power jam for Orange Crush. Scratch that. Orange Crush is heading to the box. All right, Carl has made it in. Slams into the back wall. Valkyrie's doing their best to fend him off. Orange Crush is back in. Looking for a hole. There have been a lot of penalties this game. A lot of jammer penalties, a lot of blocker penalties. But it's part of the game. Carl's through, has scored 4 points. Orange Crush is cycled back by Katzenjammer. Valkyrie did their best to hold off Carl Cthulhu for a second. But that was a full 2-minute jam, so those jammers must both be exhausted. But we have about 6.5 minutes left in the games. So we will be announcing raffle prizes. Here is raffle prize number 1. The winner of 4 tickets. Get out your raffle tickets. Winner of 4 tickets to a future Wasatch Roller Derby bout is ticket number 278-92505. Once again, 278-92505. I will remind you. I will say it once more. 278-92505. All right, looks like we have Knoxford Comma up against Rails, off the rails. Knoxford Comma has gotten through. Knoxford Comma is also lead. Knoxford Comma has scored 8 points. Off the Rails is back in. That is number 22. Knoxford Comma's pushing through. It looks like off the rails got a cut track, and Knoxford Comma called it off just as that. Looks like our looks like we're gonna be starting with a power jam for the Black Diamond Divas. So that is Altered Ego out there. Altered Ego's doing their best. And it looks like they've gotten out of there. But we have our next raffle prize, the winner of the Laze's Kitchen Gift Basket. Pull out your raffle tickets again. 278-92465. Once again, 278-92465. I'll say it once more. 278-92465. Altered Ego has made it through. It is a power jam. But Altered Ego has been sent to the box, so it's a power jam for off the rails. All right, I'll announce this ticket one more time. 278-924-65. Um, looks like Off the Rails has made their official, sorry, first lap around the track. Altered Ego is back from uh, the box, and we have our next prize, the winner of the Grand Door View Bitters gift basket. 278-92431. 278-92431. Look at your tickets once again. 278-92431. Oh, we have a team timeout for the black team. This is their last time out of the night. So this is the last 2 minutes of the game tonight. My mind has completely blanked. So be loud and proud, let them hear you, but also check your raffle tickets for the winner of the air fryer. The ticket number is 278-924-23. 278-924-23. All right, I'll say it one more time. 278-924-23. All right, we've come to an end of the timeout. It is 46 Huck for the Hot Wheelers, lined up with 2-3-2-3 Valkyrie for the Black Diamond Divas. Now it is an official timeout. They've got a few kinks that they need to work out. And I believe this is maybe our final raffle. The winner of the Power Popper, 278-92407. I'll say it one again. 278-92407. Check your raffle tickets for the ticket 278-92407. This is for the winner of the Power Popper. And I lied. There's another gift basket. The winner of the wine, 278-92444. Check your tickets for 278-92444. All right. We have Valkyrie lined up with Huck. Huck's through first. Valkyrie's looking for a way through. Valkyrie's through with some fast turnarounds, with some cool turnaround toe stop tricks. All right, Huck's through, Valkyrie's through. They've both gotten 8 points for their teams. Valkyrie's through again. I believe that means that she's gotten 16 points, 12 points. Huck is through. Valkyrie's pushing. This will be the last jam of the night. And that's the end of the jam, end of the game. They're gonna make sure the score and everything's correct. And take out your raffle tickets to claim a prize, the Grandeur View Bitters gift basket. Take out your tickets, look at your tickets, please. 278-924-31. 278-924-31. Once again, look at your tickets for ticket number 278-924-31. And also look at your tickets to claim some wine. 278-924-44. All right. This is the final score. 209, the Hot Wheelers, to 159, the Black Diamond Divas. And your winning team, the Hot Wheelers. Beasley, Off the Rails, Bip, Leia Hartonia, Carl of Cthulhu, Fishhook, Phoenix, Huck, Frankenherder, Garden, Speed Bump, Choco Delaware, and Captain Jammer. Your coach for the white team was Poison Envy. And your black team, Anna Chokley, Valkyrie, Orange Crush, Altered Ego, Heartbreaker, Knoxford Comma, Witch Slap, Storm,